Alright, I'm back with another Destiny 2 video, and I kind of run the risk these days of any video I make about Season 19 that I'll publish it, and then, oh look, it's noon, and Bungie's gonna finally publish the trailer. At this point, I have no idea what they're thinking. It has been pretty clear from the feedback that people are not really all about these totally secret season debuts where we don't hear anything until the day of. We are now within a week, and nothing happened at reset other than the Plunder cutscene. That did not lead into a seasonal reveal. So we still have to speculate, and now we can speculate based on the back of that final cutscene. This goes back to my, I don't know why they waited this long to show this, and in this case, it didn't seem like it necessarily spoiled anything about next season anyway. So why did it need to wait this long? I don't know, but there are some things we can extract from it, even if we did not get any hard confirmation about what next season is about specifically, or the theme of next season. Not going to talk about the tea thing anymore. I wrote an article about that, kind of discussing the use of Nezarec as tea or whatever, and we're just gonna go with the facts of what happened here, and that is Osiris woke up by drinking tea made out of Nezarec's distilled darkness essence. This tea gave him a vision of a powerful force or something like that on Neptune, not necessarily a civilization. This is knowledge that Savathun had, and essentially the explanation is that the darkness tea gave Osiris access to all Savathun's kind of emotions and memories at the time when she was possessing him. In theory, this should really have revealed a lot of stuff to him, the entire history of the collapse. As we know, Savathun was present for that, and allegedly she may have had a hand in stopping the extinction of mankind. That would be good to know a little more about that. But now we are in a situation where we know there's some sort of force on Neptune, and we're always in search of things to help us fight against the darkness. I don't know if this makes it more or less likely to have a Rasputin focus of next season. I'd say almost a little less, because we now know that there was something on Neptune without consulting Rasputin. But before this, there were essentially two confirmed people with knowledge of Neomuna and the Neptune colony, which was Savathun, who knew something about it. Apparently she just knows that something is there. I think she knew that it's some sort of big city thing, because her two truths and a lie thing was the last city is not a last city. But then Rasputin also knew about this. He referred to it as Nephele Station. No one had ever heard of it. Nephele being a cloud nymph, this being the home of the Cloud Striders. Rasputin knew about it. So we could be in a situation where Osiris has this knowledge that there is something there, and we need to investigate this further. But in order to investigate it, we need to turn to Rasputin, who may have more detailed knowledge of what exactly is waiting for us out there. So that could be kind of the plot of next season. Where I don't think this is going is, I don't think that Osiris drinking the Nezarec tea is going to lead into another, whoops, Osiris is secretly evil and secretly possessed by Nezarec situation. I don't think they would pull that exact same card twice, even if they did revive him this way. My theory is that I don't think they wanted to leave Osiris, who is a hugely important figure in Destiny lore, important character throughout all of Destiny history. I don't think they wanted to leave him as just a powerless human just indefinitely, because he lost his light. We don't really know if there's any way to actively get your light back when your ghost explodes. This isn't like Gaul trapping the Traveler's light. This is you lose the light because your ghost dies. We have some characters that are human or have lost their light or never had the light. Seems a little odd to keep Osiris in that box. So my current theory is that because Osiris is now consumed pure darkness or whatever, and we know he is a key figure in the Lightfall expansion, he is the only tower NPC shown in the promotional materials for Lightfall. All the rest of everything is like Tormentors and Cloud Striders and Callus, and like he is the only like human whatever figure shown as an NPC in that. And we know a major part of the storyline is us discovering and using Strand. And my thought is that Osiris's newfound access to darkness powers may be sort of the catalyst that gets us going on the whole Strand thing. And he may be our Strand guide, or we discover it alongside of him. I know Bungie has specifically said that Strand is a new force that has never been used before, and we will be the first ones to wield it. I feel like Bungie is using we here as in like our team, like our guardians are potentially friends. They can use stasis, so it stands to reason many of them may be able to use Strand as well. Like we have Eris and the Exo Stranger wielding stasis, and they don't have like ghosts. So the idea here is that maybe all of us as a group are discovering Strand together. It's not like our literal guardian is the one person discovering Strand and the one person using it for the first time. So I feel like Osiris could be related to this. I just think they're trying to say like, no, we're not going to like get there. And the Cloud Striders have been using Strand for 1,000 years and they teach us how to use it or whatever. Like that is what I think they're trying to make clear. I feel like this may be moving in that direction. Mithrax talked about seeing strings, or he might have even said strands, like that no one else could see. I assume this has something to do with him being a splicer. And we know Strand is kind of made up of like the fibers that connect the universe together. I still do think this is like somehow kind of related to Egregore, the conductive plant material that right now serves as sort of like a neural network for the darkness. It connects things to the witness through like space and time in a way that sounds very similar to Strand. So I don't know if it's like, I feel like all of these things may come together to a certain extent. And I do think Osiris consuming the darkness will play into Strand in the future as a darkness power. I do not think we are in for another Osiris turns evil plotline. That has been done. We are done with that. He's reunited with Saint. He at least has his old memories and personality back, and then now new memories from Savathun and whatever. Not that there won't be any bad side effects from drinking Nezarec. Like, there could be something bad, but I just don't think it's going to play out in the exact same way. I do think next season will be hopefully less of a random season compared to what we got this time with the pirate theme. Like, the pirate theme is fun, but like it did feel pretty disparate and not really related to anything else. It's like they want to do a fun pirate season, so they're going to do a fun pirate season. This season, as the one right before Lightfall, I'm hoping for something more similar to Arrivals, which, despite the main problem with Arrivals was that it was like 6 months long, but despite that, I thought that was a very great lead-in season to the events of the expansion. The whole pyramids showing up and like evacuating the planets, like that was a very good way to lead into Beyond Light, which unfortunately ended up being where content vaulting happened, and that's why we were packing up those destinations. But it was a good, in the moment, it was a good use of kind of an extended season to set that up. Season of the Lost, I think, was a less good version of this because it was just so obvious, like where things were going. It was all about Savathun's trapped in this thing. We're going to exercise Savathun, and then Mara's going to knife her. Okay. I guess technically it did work, because Mara did kill Savathun by knifing her. It's just that she got resurrected by the Traveler and got the light. But we already knew Savathun got the light. I guess we just had to wait till Witch Queen to know that the twist was that she was given the light, she didn't steal the light, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I don't. The transition between Lost and Witch Queen I don't think was as good as between Arrivals and Beyond Light. So I'm hoping to see something more similar to Arrivals, a season that directly leads into the events of Lightfall and is not just some like wacky adventure of the week type thing. That said, we still have very, very, very few actual clues as to where things are going here. All the stuff I just said, essentially, Osiris being a vessel for stuff on Neptune and Strand, all of that has really nothing to do with next season specifically, as far as we know. Like, you could skip next season and everything I said would still kind of be true. So this goes back to the theory about like, okay, maybe it's time to consult Rasputin or whatever about this force and what we know about it on Neptune. A season that contains, the return of Rasputin, also maybe where finally we realize this storyline that has been put on ice for 2 years, where he evacuated from Mars in an engram, and Anna has been building him some sort of super exo body to house him. It does seem like it's about time for that storyline to circle back around. Like, I get that there's a lot of other stuff going on this season, and like Rasputin doesn't like exactly fit into a lot of current storylines, but like they gave him knowledge of Nepheli Station. We're about to go there. I just don't really know why they would have done this. And then there's the small clues like the Seraph frames and the community event stuff. So like, I'm still leaning in that direction ultimately, even though Osiris himself has some knowledge of Neptune now. It just feels like it fits. And I guess hope is that a Rasputin Osiris season that could theoretically, like if we're doing something with the Forges or whatever, like because the last city is on, the stuff we just revamped there is on top of, one of the old Forges, and that could be a way for those weapons to come back. Conversely, if this is an Osiris season, the last time we had a Saint Osiris season, that was Season of the Dawn, and those weapons could come back. And then obviously we'll be getting new weapons regardless. My personal hope is if we have a Rasputin season that they do more stuff with Warmind cells again. I would love for Warmind cells to be like relevance again. I know they just kind of got nerfed, but like a seasonal artifact that has some more Warmind cell powers, and those are really fun. I get that they were kind of overpowered, but like everything's overpowered now. Who cares? Just do more Warmind cell stuff again. I'm tired of elemental wells. So I don't know. This is kind of the extent I can speculate now. Who knows if I'll publish this and they'll have a trailer up within, the hour. But at this point, like the assumption is just another day of reveal, day before reveal, something like that. Again, no idea why they keep doing this. It does not make sense, especially seeing this cutscene now. No reason we had to wait 5 weeks for this, and we couldn't have been hyping up and promoting this current season for the last month. No clue what the decision-making process is there, but I disagree with it pretty strongly. So anyway, I'm just going to be keeping an eye on things. I almost made a video about Marvel's Avengers and Bucky Barnes today. Pretty much that whole video would have been like, he's really fun to play as. Still running all the same stuff I was running for the last 2 or 3 years or whatever it's been. And I am not endgame ready to get the new stuff, to do the new stuff because I haven't played in a year. So I don't have a ton to say about that. And that remains a game that is existing in limbo. But anyway, those are my Destiny thoughts for today. And let me know your own theories, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.